Hey guys, Gaijin Hunter here, and Capcom has treated us to 2 more full videos showing all 4 styles for both the hammer and the hunting horn. Now you guys all know I'm a huge hunting horn fan, so I was pretty excited for this one, so let's just jump in and take a look. As always, you'll see the video with my personal translations, and then afterwards we'll watch it one more time with my commentary and then final thoughts. Okay, first up is the hammer, and I know a lot of you got really sour about the hammer in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate because it seems like every other weapon is always getting new moves except the hammer. And I hate to break it to you guys, but this is actually by design. The makers and the producers have always stated that it's the simplicity of the hammer which is what they really love about it. Now with the charged blade getting what looks like a nerf in the stun department, I think the hammer is going to come back as the KO King. So I'm pretty excited about that. Now this is a guild style, so this is the hammer as you've always used it. And now on to aerial. Now the aerial is cool because you can do 2 hits in the air. If you hit him the first time, you can do a follow-up. You can do a charged hit, or you can charge in the air. So you got some variation there. Now note that uppercut you can only do, I think, after an aerial attack. I could be wrong, but that's how I thought it was in the demo when I tried it. And then Bushido style. So when you do the perfect evade, what happens is you can follow it up with a smack, or if you hold R, you go into what they call a strong charge. Now this is a much more powerful version of the normal charges. We don't know how much more powerful, but judging by the effects, I'd say it's pretty powerful. Just some really cool moves and combo chains if you ask me. Now on to striker style. Now we are going to show some of the hunting arts. The first one we've seen before, it's called the spinning meteor. This thing is hard to hit. I'm not joking. I've tried it in the demo and it's super powerful, but you really got to have your aim. You got to be up there and close. But it's probably an instant KO. And then the second one is funny. It's called the super taunt. And what it does is it causes the monster to almost immediately turn towards the hunter and be like, okay, you're my target. Now can you imagine this like in front of a Dragonator or when you're on a hunt and you place a trap? That could be fun. Next up is Hunting Horn. Now Hunting Horn, the guild style, is fabulous. It's something I tried in the Monster Hunter Cross demo. It's the same horn we've always used, but they added in a new system called the special notes. So what it is if you just whiff the air, you still get your note on the staff up above. But if you hit the monster when you do an attack, it becomes like a double kind of note, a special note. Now if you play a song using nothing but special notes, meaning that you've been aggressive, you play not only the song, but it also encores and replays the song that you previously did. That allows you to play like 2 songs in one, and that's going to be disgustingly powerful for people who can get used to it and know how to play. I really enjoy the fact that they're embracing aggressive play with the horn because that's how I've always used it, so very cool. The aerial style horn is actually a little bit better than the other styles when I played it because the reach on the horn is really big, so you can hit the monster more often. Another good thing is that you can hit any button in the air and it still does the same attack, so it's easier to get some of those harder notes for your songs. Now on to Bushido style. So if you do a perfect evade and you start running towards the monster afterwards, you do a 3-hit combo. Now the cool thing is with the 3-hit combo, it doesn't matter what button you press, you're going to do the same attack moves. So if you want to hit X plus A to get that note color, you want to hit X for that color, A for that color, it doesn't matter. So this is going to be a fabulous way to be really aggressive and also play up double songs. So I like it. Striker style is kind of interesting. It brings it all the way back again to almost like the second generation. So it's very limited moveset. So I don't know if it's going to be for me. But for old timers of the horn, maybe they might like it. But this is the first skill they're showing. It's this huge sonic boom. One warning though, this will send all your fellow hunters flying. So I can see that more for single player use. This next one's really interesting because what it does is for a limited period of time, it doesn't matter if you hit the monster or not, any note that you play is going to count as a special note. Like online, this is going to be really powerful because you can start doing attack up, affinity up, defense up, all in a row. So that's pretty cool. So for closing thoughts, I must admit that after the Great Sword, Longsword, Sword and Shield, and Dual Blades, these two felt a little underwhelming compared to it, but I'm sure once we get our hands on the game and the demo at Tokyo Game Show, we're going to realize that these weapons are just as cool as the other ones. I'm pretty interested in what the Bushido style is for all the different weapons. Hammer, I think if the strong charge is really, really big, I think people are going to really love it and embrace it. And I do think that that super taunt is a lot more useful than people are giving it credit for. Imagine if you're going to capture a monster and it's almost dead, you can lay a trap and then do a super taunt and that thing's going to come at you right in the trap. You can also, if you're just playing single player, like lure it into a trap and then just go ham on its head. It's also going to be really good if you have a charged up gauge for that spinning meteor because that thing is hard to connect with, but if you're luring the monster right at you, you can probably connect pretty easily. And of course, if there's a map with a Dragonator, that is an easy way to get the monster to go right into it. So I think it's going to be a fun one to use online. Now, as for the hunting horn, I'm a huge fan of it, and I'm so happy that they're making yet another improvement on the weapon. I don't think it needed an improvement, but the fact is not a lot of people play the weapon still because I think it's greatly misunderstood as being complicated or just a support weapon, which it's not. But the fact that they're now rewarding aggressive play is really wonderful. Aerial style, I'm still a little in the air about. Ha ha ha. Bushido style looks fun. However, the combo that it does look like it takes some time. So I don't know how useful that's going to be. I have to get some hands-on time with it. And striker style is just bizarre for me because it's such a limited moveset that it'll take some getting used to. But I'm interested in trying them all out. Again, these two I didn't feel were as flashy as the other weapons, but that's okay. And I can't wait for tomorrow's videos. Tomorrow we have Lance and Gun Lance. So look forward to those and happy hunting.